Hello, hello. Let's see. Let's get set. All right, how are we there? Looks like we're in the frame. And we have all of our beautiful mess in the background that speaks to the wonders of practicing at home in the post COVID world. So, today, I wanted to start with, as you've seen in previous videos, I've been experimenting with my towels and blankets because my thighs don't sit as flat as I would like them, and to elevate the hips above the knees for comfort, but also for a better, um, straight spine position to channel the pranayama. I wanted to have a blanket that was a little bit higher today. So you'll see I have this beautiful tasseled pink and orange and yellow blanket that was my partner's when she was about 6 or 7 years old. We're in her childhood home right now for the holidays. So I encourage you to grab one. If you don't have one, that's perfectly fine. Choose whatever is most comfortable for you. Give me 1 sec. Let me just shut this door so we don't have any excess noise come in, or as little excess noise as possible. And go ahead and find a seat that's comfortable for you, whether it's with a blanket, a towel, a block underneath. And go ahead and find whichever leg position is more comfortable for you. And again, if your thighs, your knees don't touch the mat completely, that's perfectly fine. Maybe we even, let's see, if I do that, that's a little too high. One day, I'm gonna find the perfect blanket and or towel. I have a block, yoga block in New York, which of course I foolishly forgot to bring. But once you get into your comfortable position, just sit up straight with your spine, crown of the head facing the ceiling, hands on the knees or wrists on the knees, whatever feels more comfortable. Um, it's as I mentioned, sort of playfully earlier, it is Thanksgiving, and I know that this is a particularly hard time of the year, especially as we go from here into Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas. And 2020, more than any other year in my life, is raising a lot of questions. Of course, are we going to be able to see our families? Is it safe to see our families? I mean, there's so much about COVID and the spread of COVID we still don't know. And yes, we're receiving a lot of positive news about vaccines, but we don't have anything definitive at this point. So for me, it's a really big question of whether or not I can see my family. And it made me think a lot about love, especially during the holidays. And, love can come from a lot of places. And often, unfortunately, we don't have it in our classrooms. One thing that's very fortunate about our yoga space is that it gives us the opportunity to cultivate love for everyone, every identity, every body type. And if we're trying, we're doing that work every day, trying to get better and better and better at it. But, my teaching background, I've also tried to cultivate that in classrooms. And the unfortunate thing that you run up against a lot in conventional university classrooms and also in many yoga spaces is this privileging of cerebral or intellectual knowledge over lived experience. And I wanted to share a really inspirational quote with you from a book called Heart to Heart, Teaching with Love, Teaching Community, a Pedagogy of Hope. The book came out in 2003, and of course the author is the feminist and critical race theory scholar Bell Hooks. Bell Hooks writes, "When we teach with love, we are better able to respond to the unique concerns of individual students while simultaneously integrating those of the classroom community. When teachers work to affirm the emotional well-being of students, we are doing the work of love." So by creating repositories of knowledge and spaces of care that are equitable in honoring multiple communities, we can practice nonviolence and create balances in representation. We can face our fears of changing how we interact and educate, and we can create practices that are grounded in yoga ethics to be as inclusive as possible. And of course, inclusivity is the doorway to equity, which is the doorway to social justice. Of course, these things overlap and they don't have a swift spectrum like that. They feed one another. So if you don't already have an intention today that you're bringing to the practice, I invite you to think about how you can bring love into your classroom. And we can think of the classroom here not only as this yoga space or the university classroom, but also the everyday learning opportunities that we have when we interact with people in our lives, from the person at the convenience store who we pay for our coffee to the family members that we are fortunate enough to see, and that we might even feel trapped with during this year of COVID. And all that begins with cultivating love in yourself. So let's close the eyes, bring awareness to the breath. Breathe in and let your lungs and your chest expand. Your hands can sit in your lap or wrists on the knees. If you do have them in the lap, let's tuck our right hand underneath our left hand and have our left palm facing up. Mudra of receptivity, waiting for anything the world has to give us. Relax the jaw. Let the shoulders sink. And just keep the spine as comfortable but engaged and straight as possible. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale through the nose, and you can choose either exhale through the nose or exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. And let's do that for 5 more breaths on your own pace. One more inhale, one more exhale. And after that exhale, let's open our eyes and exhale, cut to center. And going to prayer above our heads, reaching straight up to the skies. Let's even take a look at our hands. Let's appreciate them. Let's look at them as a physical symbol of love, not only for ourselves, for the world around us, but also the universe that makes all of this possible. And let's keep the right arm up. Exhale the left arm down. And stretch over to the left again, bringing that left ear towards the left shoulder. Slight bend in the left elbow, but nothing more. Looking right underneath that right bicep. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, Inhale the arms back up. And exhale that right arm down. Again, just a soft micro bend in the elbow. And bringing that right ear towards the right shoulder, keeping that spine straight. Take a look underneath that left bicep. How can you cultivate love that begins with yourself in a pose like this that might seem very elementary, but is actually engaging so much of the body? Exhale the arms up. And inhale the arms up, rather. I got my breath mixed up. Exhale the arms down, feeling the back engage, trying to kiss the shoulder blades together. Fingertips kiss the mat. Inhale the arms up, back to prayer, taking a quick look. Exhale down to the mat. Inhaling up with a view, and exhaling down. This time, let's inhale the arms up. And let's exhale over to the left, bringing the right hand to the right knee. The left knee, and the left arm to the center of the sacrum behind you, fingertips on the floor. And take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, just sink a little bit deeper into that loving pose, that loving twist that engages the entire back. And try not to sink forward with the neck or back, but rather keep as straight as possible. Really engaging that core as well, letting the breath flow freely, letting you know you are loved and alive. And let's inhale, come back to center, and exhale to the other side. Left palm to right knee, right arm behind. Take a look over that back shoulder. Again, keeping engaged in the core and the spine as much as possible. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling the arms back up. And let's bring the fingertips to a fist and then open as wide as possible. Fist and then open. All right, now when we close the fists here, we're going to do this 5 times. When we close the fist, let's exhale. When we open the fist, let's inhale. Okay, so just like this. Okay, let's try that one more time. Let's get a little bit faster. Okay, and then when we inhale, let's tighten the stomach. And when we exhale, let's push it all the way out. So the palms, we're going to open the fists, inhale, tighten the stomach, close the fists, exhale, pushing the stomach out. Okay, let's try that 10 times. Okay, here we go, at your own pace. No need to rush or try to match me. Okay. Okay, and when you're finished with that, let's meet in the tabletop, bringing our lovely blanket out of the way. I'll come back to it later. Knees flat, tops of the feet pressing into the mat. That same kind of gripping motion that we were doing above. Let's bring that feeling into the fingertips as we claw into the mat, nice and sturdy, balancing the weight and strength, making sure not to put too much weight on our wrists. We have to love our wrists. Loving ourselves oftentimes starts with how we love individual parts of our body. and then we internalize that affection. And from there, we can give it to others. Slight bend in the elbows, biceps rotating forward towards the front of the room. And let's try to engage that same breath through cat cow. Let's move kind of a little bit more rapidly than we might normally. So just like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And each time you're pushing through the back, you want to get shoulder blades rocketing through your shirt up to the skies, as if your angel wings were spreading and you were flying and looking over the world and protecting it with love. So let's go again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Engage the core. Exhale. Breathe it all out. Inhale. Fill the entire body. Exhale. Empty it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now continue doing that at your own pace for about 5 breaths. Now let's tuck the toes under. Come up into a modified down dog and walk the hands back until we are near the end of the mat. And let's feel those feet engage. Let's rock back and forth. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, coming off the heels. Exhale down, toes up towards the sky. And as you do this, try to keep your balance as firm as possible, engaging your core and your back. So in other words, when you come up off the heels, there's a tendency to sort of droop forward. See if you can remain straight and even engage the arms here as you would in mountain pose to really help you stay firm. So up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. On the inhale, feeling that stretch in the calves. Exhale down, feeling that engagement in the quads and the upper thighs. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right. Now, let's take a slow walk to the top of the mat. Let's feel the feet in the mat, just like this, nice and soft. And then we're at the top. Let's inhale, up, bending back slightly, devotion down, coming into your forward fold, soft knees. Really just let yourself droop forward. Let your hands fall wherever they feel comfortable. Inhale up to flat back, making a number 7 shape, palms on the thighs, knees, or shins. Exhale, planting the fingertips, stepping the right foot back, line from your crown all the way back to your heels as your heels reach the back of the room. And exhaling, coming down, planting the feet, tops of the feet onto the mat, chest down, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. And inhale up to a very soft, tiny baby cobra. Hold for 3, 2, kissing the shoulder blades together. 1, exhale. One more inhale as we're down on the mat. And exhale into downward facing dog. And pedal it out here. Get that blood flowing. Into the nose and out through the mouth. Really filling up the entire corpus. Feeling that stretch, bending the knees a little bit, just getting nice and loose. And when you're ready,
Let's take a similar walk up to the front, but let's cross the feet over and go a little bit faster. And returning to that flat back position, whichever one you prefer. Let's inhale, exhale, to forward fold. Just go as deep and as low as you feel comfortable. Really rooting through the feet. Let's inhale, the arms up in prayer, and exhale to mountain. Okay, one more time. Inhale, the arms up, devotion down into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, planting the palms into plank and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lowering down. Arms, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale up, kissing the shoulder blades. Hold the baby cobra for 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Take a moment here. One more inhale. And tucking the toes under. Exhale, back to down dog. What feels different here? Where can we cultivate a little bit more love than we felt earlier? Maybe we pedal it out sideways. Maybe we bring the hips in a nice rounding motion. Maybe we just take a moment here on our knees. If at any point you want to modify or just relax in child's pose, you're more than welcome to spread the knees out and bring the arms forward, or bring the knees together and tuck the arms underneath for a more intimate, loving, secure feeling. Stay wherever you are for 5. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, and exhale, 1. And pushing back up, meeting in downward dog if you're not already there. This time, let's take 2 big steps all the way to the front. 1, 2, and meeting in our flat back of choice. Exhaling it down. Inhaling up, hands above the head, and exhale into mountain. All right, so now let's test that loving feeling in the legs. Bring the feet out a little bit wider than they were, not quite as wide as shoulder length apart, and or shoulder width apart. Width and length are 2 very different things. Let's inhale, the arms forward, rocking back. Try not to go too far back on your heels and lose your balance, but let's just rock forward, back. Don't worry too much at this point about bringing your arms up in the air. You can just bring them out forward. Concentrate now on just sinking as deep as you feel comfortable in your chair. If you're just modifying with a slight knee bend, that's perfectly fine. Just find what feels most comfortable for you. And inhale, coming forward slightly onto the toes. Exhale, back onto the heels like we were doing earlier. Inhale, forward. Exhale, heels. Inhale, toes. Exhale, heels. And inhale, letting it all go into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back of choice. Exhale, bringing that right foot back, meeting in plank, and holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling down, arms underneath the shoulders. You know where we're going. Inhale, maybe the cobra grows into an upward facing dog this time. Arms firmly at your sides, biceps rotating forward, just like when we were doing cat-cow. Back, angled, eyes
straight up into the universe, feeling that nice, comfortable bend in your lower back. And if you are able, you're up to it. If you're interested, push on the tops of the feet and bring the knees, shins, and thighs off the mat. And let's hold here. Take a deep breath in and hold for 5, 4, engaging the core. 3, 2, 1, feeling that shake. Exhaling it down. Taking a deep breath, curling the toes under. Exhale, back to dog. And another big jump to the top. Into our flat back, 7. Exhaling down to forward fold. Reaching as low as you feel comfortable. And inhaling as we sink back into chair. Another inhale up. Exhaling the palms to the chest. And exhale, meeting in mountain. One more time. Inhale, forward. Come into chair. Maybe we sink a little deeper this time. Maybe the arms can go up a little bit more. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, planting the palms, kicking the feet out. And back into plank. Exhaling down. Inhale to upward dog and hold here. Take a big inhale and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back into down dog here. Pedaling it out one more time. We're getting nice and loose. We're cultivating that love that we're going to bring to our everyday learning environments from the mat. And now, let's bend the knees and a big jump to the top, right into flat back. Exhaling down. Maybe our foreheads come a little bit closer to our knees this time. And exhaling. Then inhaling into chair. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhaling the arms to the chest. Thumbs to the heart. And bringing the palms nice and wide open into mountain. Now let's check in with our mountain for a second. We don't want to sit here, or stand here rather, with a sort of lazy back. We want to have our feet firmly planted, just like we were clawing into the fingertips and feeling the squishy mat earlier. Let's do the same with our toes right now. And really engaging the tops of the thighs, straightening them and flexing those muscles, bringing the belly button to touch the back of the sacrum, touch the back of the spine, and feeling the engagement of the core, and bringing the arms out. Again, rotating those biceps towards the front of the room, also engaging the forearms, and similar to that clawing feeling that we had when we were in cat-cow, let's engage the fingertips while we keep the spine straight, crown of the head parallel to the sky. Let's love the fact that we are unifying our entire bodies to work on our behalves. And let's think about how we can help others do the same. One more big breath in. And one more big breath out through the mouth. And let's inhale from here back to chair. Maybe we sink even deeper than we did earlier. Maybe our arms rise as more than earlier, or even more than earlier. And let's bring our palms back to the chest here. And with an inhale, let's twist over to the right.
looking over that left elbow, sinking again. Try not to let the weight go from one foot to the other. Try to keep the weight equally dispersed. One way that you can do that is balancing so that wherever you feel more of your weight going, for instance, when I bend this way, I tend to feel like I'm falling to the right a little bit. So just try to push, engage that left thigh a little bit more securely, and try to balance that weight as you look over the left shoulder, pressing the palms together in prayer here. And as softly as possible, let's bring that right foot back. The way we do that is bringing the right foot up so that the toes, just like before when we were coming up on the toes and back on the heels, let's come up on the right toes, keeping our hands nice and engaged in our twist, and with our left leg planted, let's slowly slide the toes back. Just go as softly and as slowly as you need to feel comfortable. And then let's sink into a lunge here. Still keeping that twist, that back right foot straight, heel pointed towards the back of the room. And with an inhale, let's come up into a high lunge. And checking in with that left knee, getting it over that left ankle as best as possible, keeping that engagement in the arms and the hands that we talked about earlier. And let's sink down. We can bring the top of that right foot to the floor. And coming forward, let's bend our heads down, straightening that left leg, using our fingertips for balance. And then as we inhale, let's sink forward, opening up that chest to the universe, showing your heart off, showing your love. Exhaling back, straightening that front leg. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Even flex those toes straight up at the sky. And another soft inhale to come forward. Tucking those back right toes again. Come up. This time turning the foot 45 degrees, that back right foot, keeping that left knee stacked over left ankle. Inhaling up into warrior one. And just finding a moment here. Remember to keep your body, your torso, following your left front leg here, not opening up with your back right leg towards the side of the room. Stay this way so that you're looking forward and you're ready to shine, ready to give love for whomever needs it. Arms up and exhaling down into warrior two. Finding your nice straight line, fingertips through elbow, through shoulder, through back, body, through other shoulder, through other elbow, through other fingertips, as if you are just a spectrum of light, a vessel that captures light, and it goes straight through you from one side to the other. Check in with that front leg again, and just find a stretch that feels comfortable. Maybe that back leg can come out a little bit more so you can get a deeper stretch. Maybe it needs to come in a little bit more because you feel tight. Modify in whatever way you feel necessary. And let's inhale, cartwheel the hands down, bringing that right foot back to face forward, and exhaling back into downward dog. Feeling here a little bit different. I would imagine on one leg, which leg feels looser, which leg feels tighter. What other sensations do you have going on in your body right now? Let's inhale up, shake out the left leg, three-legged dog for a second. Open up the hips, and just hold here. 3, 2, 1. Bringing that left leg down. Inhale that right leg up and bring it forward, coming down on that back left knee. Maybe sliding the left knee back a little bit just to get a deeper stretch as you come forward, fingertips to the floor, chest wide open. As you exhale, lean back, pointing those toes straight to the sky. Straightening the leg as much as you can, the right leg. Coming through. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling back. Lifting those toes straight up one more time. Bringing the forehead towards the knee. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhaling the chest forward. Finding that right knee stacked over that right ankle. Let's bring the left foot to a 45-degree angle. And inhale up into warrior one on the right side. Sinking as low as you feel comfortable. And exhaling again, finding that vessel of light that passes through from one side of the fingertips to the other. And on the inhale, cartwheel the hands down. Bring the left back foot straight again towards the front of the mat. Inhaling up into a high lunge. And holding here with some inhales and exhales at your own pace. Let's take about 3 of them. Into the nose and out through the mouth. And bringing the hands down, let's slide that back foot, hands to downward dog. And let's come forward to plank, lower down. Inhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to down dog. And let's jump up to the top. There's our flat back. Exhale down. Forward fold. Maybe we sink a little bit deeper this time. Maybe we went a little too hard on the last round. So we go even softer and we go straight to flat back. We go even softer and we go straight to flat back. And flat back. Rising up through the feet. Deep breath in. Palms above the head touching. Exhaling down. And we meet back in mountain. All right. So take a minute here. Adjust. Do whatever you have to do. Feel like you are ready to tackle the other side. So let's inhale in. Sinking back into our familiar chair. Our comfortable chair that we love to sit in. Have you ever seen an Eames lounge chair? It looks like an old catcher's mitt, and it was designed in 1956 to be as comfortable as a catcher's mitt that was broken in and would be a place where you could just fall asleep, you could rest, you could read. It was a really universal chair. And that's what our chair pose is for us. It's our universal chair, our universal stability. Inhale, exhaling. palms together. Inhale. This time we twist to the left side. Again, staying as sunken as possible, distributing our weight, looking over that right shoulder, trying hard not to fall forward or fall to one side. Really grounding those feet, clawing through the toes, feeling that burn in the hamstrings and calves. And looking over that right shoulder, palms pushing together. And coming up slightly, as slow as possible. Let's bring that left foot back into the twist and lunge. And inhaling up, adjusting, inhaling into high lunge. That right knee stacked over the right ankle. Bringing that left foot slightly closer, keeping the torso and the chest to the front of the room. Exhaling into warrior two. Inhaling the arms down. Let's return to that stretch, bringing the chest forward. Maybe the left knee comes back a little bit more to give us a little bit deeper stretch. Keeping that right knee stacked over the right ankle. Let's exhale and bring the forehead as close to the knee as possible. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Straightening the foot, toes to the sky. Inhale. Coming up on that back, left leg. Inhaling, finding our positioning. Inhaling, bringing the left foot forward for warrior one. Exhale into warrior two. Feet, hands planted, back into downward dog. Let's just take a moment here. Take a few breaths. They might not feel like it, but this is our resting posture. Maybe our heels rest on the floor. Maybe they don't, but either way, we look at them with love. And we say that wherever they are is good enough. And that's where they are meant to be. Let's inhale forward into plank. Lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale up to upward dog. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling down, tucking the back toes under. Coming back to our dog. Inhaling that right foot up, three-legged dog. Shake it out. Opening up the hips. And touching down. If you have a little bit of tendency, a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of tenderness in the right knee. Feel free to just play with it. I have a tendency, or tenderness in that right knee. Words, they're hard. Tendency to have a tenderness in that right knee. So I like to play with it. Let's switch, inhaling the left foot up and bringing it through as soft as possible. Inhaling up. Maybe we sink a tiny bit deeper in our lunge. Bringing that right foot forward. Warrior one. And exhaling into warrior two. Finding our straight line. And spreading the shoulder blades to kiss as much as possible in the back. Exhaling, planting the palms, stepping back into down dog, coming forward to plank, exhaling down,
Inhale for our up dog.
Exhaling into down dog. And let's jump up, coming into our flat back. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, back to chair. And hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale the arms up. Exhale it out. And back to mountain pose. Feeling nice and engaged. All right. Let's take a moment here. Let's rock up, breathing in. And exhale, rocking back on the heels. Inhale up. Exhale back. And keep doing this. And as you do it, what feels different than last time you were here? Maybe there's a certain appreciation or love that you have for your body here that you didn't on the last go around. Maybe you're releasing some kind of negative energy that you were holding on to. Just keep going, finding your own pace. Inhaling forward, exhaling back on the heels. Inhaling up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And on this inhale, let's sink back into chair. Exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, planting the feet, jumping back into plank. Exhaling down. Inhale to up dog, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale into down dog. Inhale that right foot up, three-legged dog, and bring it on through. Bring the knee to the nose, and with that back heel, try to touch the glutes, just as if we were in a cat position. Push up through the back shoulder blades. You can even come up onto the left toes if that helps. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Now listen for the change. Inhale up, and this time when you exhale, bring it on through to the left elbow. Inhale up, exhale, left elbow. Inhale up, exhale, left elbow. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, left elbow. Inhale up, and on this one, bring it to the other elbow. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale up, 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 and let's bring the foot through on this one. Rising up into warrior one. Finding our grounding. Taking a few breaths here to center. Exhaling out into warrior two. Finding our stack, right knee over right ankle. Inhaling back, peaceful warrior. Feeling that bend. Bringing that left hand as far down the leg as possible while we keep that bend in the front knee. And we look under the right bicep. Exhaling, come forward. Planting that right hand on the mat and letting your right shoulder and elbow be supported by the right leg. Keeping that bend. And a reverse side angle. Or side angle rather. And look up. Extend that hand all the way to the sky. And breathe in. Exhale. Find your breath here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that left hand behind you. Rest here for a second. If there's a bind in your practice, let's come up
Straighten the leg for a moment. Everybody can do this, even if a bind is not in your practice. Just kind of flex the leg back and forth. And next time it's straight, bring your right hand underneath your legs, clasping the left hand behind, just like this. And then sink back into that bend. And if you are here with me, look over your left shoulder. If you're just in a regular extended side angle, that's absolutely beautiful. It's perfect. Just do whatever feels comfortable. If you feel like you want to fall forward like I just did, by all means, go for it. We're here to experiment. We're here to play. And part of that is, inevitably we're going to make mistakes. That's why we're in it together. That's why we're showing each other love. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling back up to peaceful warrior. Exhaling, bringing the hands, cartwheeling them forward, turning that back leg straight. Bringing that right leg back into downward dog. Inhaling forward into plank. Exhaling down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Bending in the knees and hopping forward to our flat back. Let's exhale down into our forward fold. Maybe we straighten the legs a little bit more than we were earlier. Maybe our heads come a little bit closer to our knees. Just take a moment to feel that rush of blood. Really wake you up. And when you're ready, inhale back to chair and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's meet a mountain. All right, we're almost there. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then it's on to the next tunnel. Because that's what our practice is preparing us for, right? It's preparing us to travel whatever roads we need to provide love. All right, here we go. You can do this. Remember, we're in this together, right? Inhaling into chair. Exhaling down. Forward fold. Inhale to the flat back of your choice. Exhale, playing the palms. Jumping into plank. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Inhale. Up dog. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling into down dog. And let's bring that left foot up. And just like we did on the other side, knee to nose. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose with that cat back. Inhale, knee to nose. Now listen for the change. Inhale up. Knee to left elbow. Inhale up. Knee to left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. One more time. Inhale up. Knee to left elbow. Listen for the change. Inhale up. Knee to right elbow. Inhale up. Knee to right elbow. Inhale up. Knee to right elbow. And let's bring the left foot through and come into the soft warrior 1 on this side. Take a minute here to gather your breath and to position yourself comfortably. Really feel the quickness of your breath, that loving tapas, that loving heat that's manifesting in sweat. I've got some down my forehead
down my cheeks. And when you're ready, exhale into warrior two, keeping that bend in the front leg. Inhaling into peaceful warrior, sliding that right hand down the leg as far as it goes. And exhaling forward, coming back into that extended side angle. Remember, you can utilize that left leg to buttress your left shoulder and elbow while your hand is on the mat to stabilize you. And you want to look up over that right hand this time, keeping that bend in the front leg. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's come up for a second, bringing that back arm to the sacrum. And if you can get it tucked around to the left hip, just let it sit for a second as you straighten the left leg and rock forward, straighten and rock. One more time, straighten, rock. Now this time, let's add in the breath. Inhale when you straighten, exhale when you bend. Inhale when you straighten, exhale when you bend. Inhale when you straighten. And this time when you bend, again, if a bind is in your practice, clasp the hands underneath, lean forward with the left side body leaning on top of your left hip, your left quad, your left leg, and stretch as deep as you feel comfortable, looking over that right shoulder. And hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You can do this. 1. And inhale. Back to peaceful warrior. Stretching it out. Exhale forward. Bringing that right foot straight. Planting the fingertips. Bringing that left foot back into down dog. Inhale into plank. Lower down. Inhale into up dog. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale into down dog. And let's jump. Last jump of the day. Let's bend the knees. Really get set on your mark. Get set. And with a big exhale, right into our flat back. And inhale softly here. Exhaling it all out as you bend forward. Inhale, back into chair. Hold here for 5. Maybe your arms reach up more than they have ever before. Maybe you sink deeper, deeper than you have ever before because you love yourself and you want to push yourself to be the person you always wish you could be in a loving manner, in a way that is not going to hurt you, but in a way that's going to motivate you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale. And back into mountain. Whew. All right. Now, let's come down. Bring the feet to the edges of the mat so that the pinky toe is spilling off the side. And let's slowly lower ourselves into a squat. Let's just be here for keeping the spine straight, elbows pushing the knees out. We've done a lot of work on our legs today. It should feel a little bit easier than normal. Deep breath in, exhale through the mouth. Deep breath in, exhale through the mouth. And this is going to be our biggest exhale As we lower ourselves down, let's inhale it in. And lion's breath out with as much noise as you want to make. As we let it all go, and we slowly lower ourselves to the mat. Take a moment here. Inhale the right leg up, bringing the knee into the chest, grabbing it with your hands, locking the fingers over top of the knee. Let's try to ground that left leg into the mat, toes pointed straight up at the skies. Pulling the right knee into the chest, really feeling that hip, that lower torso, that upper thigh. Stretching, engaging. You can even play with the ankle a little bit. Rotate it clockwise, counterclockwise, up, down. Really just play with the feelings. What are they? What are you recognizing for the first time? And bringing the hands, bringing the knee over to the right. Scoot the hips slightly over. Bring the knee to the floor. And extending the arms out. Left knee over the right leg, and let's come into a supine twist. Over, looking over the right shoulder. Really feeling that stretch in the side body. And inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, the right leg down rather. Inhale, the left leg up, bringing it into the chest. And just like we did on the other side, let's rotate that ankle. Let's move it up and down, pulling it into the chest, feeling the stretch. And again, I ask, what are you feeling for the first time? What are you noticing? Scooting the hips to the left, let's guide the left knee down across the body. This time looking over the left shoulder and our supine twist. And inhaling back to center. Let's exhale, legs down. And take a moment here, hands planted on the mat. Let's now bring both knees up, coming up for a big, huge hug. As tight as you've ever been hugged by yourself. Not only are you good enough, not only are you loved, but you are a beautiful, beautiful being. And you deserve all of that magic. You are magic. You are everything you need to be, and you are everything the world needs you to be. Just trust in that. Lowering the feet to the mat. Let's come in, tucking the shoulders underneath. Let's raise the hips, coming into a bridge. You can even bring the hands together underneath, scooting the feet back even further. Raising the chest, sternum, core, And let's pull as the hands are locked together. Let's pull straight towards the feet, really feeling a full engagement. Every inch of the arm is engaged here. Chin tucked on the chest, and then neck slightly lengthened. So we're looking straight up at the skies. I like to even close my eyes here and just hold and just feel this posture. It's one of my favorites. If you're open to it, do it with me. Let's go for 10, 9, inhale, exhale softly, 7, 6, 5, inhale it in and exhale it out, 3, 2, 1, inhale and exhale it down, lowering the back, bringing the feet out, and preparing in whatever way you see fit for Shavasana. I'm all heated up, but if you're looking for a blanket, maybe a pillow to cover your eyes, pillow behind your head, maybe some socks, maybe some gloves even. Do whatever you need. This is your time for you, and I'm happy just to be sharing it. And once you feel comfortable, just find a slow, peaceful breath that works for you. Imagine that every breath in is an inhalation of love, and every breath out is an exhalation of love that you're granting to the world.
Bringing your awareness back to the room. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you taste? What do you smell? As lovingly as possible, curl your toes, open them up, rotate your ankles, wiggle your fingers, rotate your wrists, open your eyes if you haven't already done that. Rotate your head to the right, left, back to the right, back to the left, giving your crown a nice little massage. Bringing the head back to center, inhale the arms up. And stretching the feet, the toes straight forward, arms. Imagine if you were able to clutch every end of the universe in one of your limbs and held it lovingly inside of you. Tell yourself, I am the world. I am the universe. I am me. And a big inhale here as we stretch. Exhale it out. Now we come to one side. And just sit for a moment, positioning your legs in any way that feels comfortable. And on your next inhale and your next exhale, push yourself up. And we can bring back that towel or that blanket that we had earlier, finding that comfortable seat. And I would really encourage you to utilize the practice that we started last time with journaling. I mean, yes, last time we were talking about sort of crafting our feelings into haikus or poems of any kind. But the beautiful thing about journaling is that we can use whatever form we want to just express ourselves. And it could just be for us. It can just be this intimate self-love that we express in those pages. And that's as far as it has to go. But I would really encourage you to, next time you enter your journaling space, to consider how you might be able to bring love into your own classrooms. And of course, as I said earlier, our classrooms are just our everyday lives. Let's inhale, bring the thumbs to the eye, the third eye. Thank you for practicing with me today. Thank you for sharing your love with me. The lover in me recognizes the lover in you. Let's take a minute just with our thumb knuckles to massage that third eye. Inhale in one more time. And exhale as we lower the palms to the chest, bowing the head. to end our practice. Namaste.